Tuesday. I'm Tammy Colbow with LePage. It's Christmas, and it is our last Tuesday of December, and I wanted to share with you a fantastic community charity here in the Tri-Municipal region. So it is the Foundation for Cohesive Communities, right?
Yeah.
Right. This is Amy Quintel and Melody Willier. And so what do you do for the foundation? What's your role?
I am the vice president, and Amy is the president and co-founder of Cohesive Communities.
So I have to say, 2019, just around the corner, we met at a 100 Women Who Cares last awards night in October, and I was so beyond touched by your foundation. You guys were the award winners of that evening, and your stories. I was brought to tears, and so I figured there's so many more people that want to start this new year off right and be able to have the right connections in place. So let's start off by explaining, what is the foundation?
Foundation for Cohesive Communities is a grassroots group of parents who have families with children who have disabilities. And we founded in 2015, just coming together as local families who knew that we saw gaps in our community and we wanted to support each other. And so the foundation really is based on that concept of mentorship. And so we run programs and services to connect families, to support them, to help them navigate systems needed for their children with disabilities.
What kinds of disabilities are we talking? What's the variance amongst those who are involved?
Any disabilities whatsoever. It could range from autism to cerebral palsy to rare genetic disorders, mental challenges, anybody.
So how important was it, did you feel, that there was this void, there was this gap, and you needed to fill that void for the community to find other families that have similar situations to your own that you could connect with?
When you start your journey of a family being special needs, a lot of times you're just given a diagnosis or a piece of paper or release from the hospital and say, have a good day. And a lot of times there's that gap of like, where do you go next? What do you do? Where do you get support? And we want to be able to provide, and we do provide, being that bridge between accessing funding, programs, support, advocacy within our community. So no other families have to try and figure out the system on their own. We can help them take that away from them and help them be able to succeed within their own family.
And I can imagine some being degenerative or even right from birth, that somebody gets, like you said, that diagnosis and they walk away, and there's almost like stages that somebody would go through, trying acceptance, trying to figure out what the next step is, who do you even reach out to, if there's anybody that could possibly even comprehend what it is that their family's going through, right? So just having that phone call or, that somebody else that they can reach out to that's also in a similar situation, I can imagine that type of ear goes a long way.
Yeah, I find that it doesn't matter what your diagnosis is. The stages of the special needs world mimics the stages of grief, right? So it doesn't matter what your grief is. The stages are all of the same. So when you meet somebody in the special needs world that can understand what you've been through, even if it's just emotionally, it's a game changer for them because they feel like they belong and that they've met somebody that understands them and they're able to heal and move forward.
Yeah, and move forward positively too, and celebrate those small triumphs that, some people just take for granted with their children. My own family went through those stages of grief and almost depression, and so I reached out online to a community that I had found that actually other parents had the same diagnosis for their children, and it just wasn't enough. I was isolated, and this brings that human component to it so that we can connect within our region with real families and support each other.
I would love, if you may, or if you'd be willing to, I should say, share a little bit of your own personal stories with everyone. They touch my heart and people can relate. So Amy, why don't you start? How many kids do you have?
We have 4 kids. 3 of them are teenagers. Our youngest is Brock, and I always say we call him Brockstar because he rocks life. He's nonverbal, but he definitely communicates and lets you know what he's thinking. When he was 6 months old, he was diagnosed with hypomelanosis of eye-toe. And along with that comes seizures, cognitive delay, physical disabilities, and other things, visual impairment. So we have had multiple systems to navigate. And, you know, looking back in those early days, we did feel grief and we felt alone. But now I see those as missed opportunities to really celebrate what he brought to us, because he's taught us so much. He's taught us so much without saying anything his entire life. So it really is a gift. I say he was born with a gift because he was.
And Melody, what about yourself?
We have 2 girls, and they both have a rare genetic disorder. It's the same 2 chromosomes are affected in exact opposite ways. And when it is or was inputted into the system, we were the only families internationally who have this rare diagnosis. Our older daughter, Adeline, is more globally delayed, so she talks with an iPad. We were once told she may not walk. She's practically running now, so she's fluently talking on her iPad, letting us know that she wants pudding or has to go to the bathroom or whatever she needs. And Claire is more of our medical child. She is definitely making huge strides right now at 7. She's learning to talk with an iPad as well. She walks with a walker. We recently just got her a wheelchair, and she's moving from place to place on her own. She's more of our medical child. She's had multiple surgeries of eyes, ears, open heart surgery at 10 months old, spine surgery, and she has severe scoliosis. So scoliosis surgery is also in the future. But you just kind of just take it as it comes. She's a trooper, and she lights up a room when she walks in with her red hair and big no teeth smile.
Your daughters, both of them, right? There's no one else on the charts that are even out there where it's an actual group or a name to it that you can reach out to, that somebody's already, I guess, foregone that path before you, right?
Right. So we live a life of learning as we go, which can be difficult. We've accepted that early on, but it's also beneficial, as no doctors can claim that what they can and cannot do. So every time they are doing something, there's no limits on them. So they just keep proving everybody of the things that they can do, which actually will mostly live a positive experience.
Okay, everyone out there needs to know how they can help you guys. So what are the few things that you guys need to kick off 2019 right? How can everybody help?
We run off of grants and donations. We are constantly applying for grants to be able to put on our programs that we give to families at no charge. So we're always looking for donations. Another thing that we're looking for is volunteers. We're looking for you. We're looking for you to come and help us be able to give to the families the programs that we put on. Give us an example. An example of a program would be we have a library program at the Stony Plain Public Library, and it's for families to come and have a little bit of self-care, and at the same point they can bring their children to come. We have provided respite services for their children. Doesn't matter the extraordinary needs of the child, we will be taking care of them for the few hours that they are self-caring. Self-caring can be decorating a cake, getting a massage, making a Christmas ornament, anything like that. We also have coffee talk that we like to do at Perks, where parents can come and just chit-chat with other parents about things that are going on because they get it.
And you guys are nonprofit.
Yes.
So every bit of money is going back into the actual foundation itself.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we run on a volunteer board, and we all volunteer our time, and we have some connection to the special needs world.
Yeah. We're also looking for board members too. So if anyone wants to join a local board, we would welcome you in.
Mm-hmm. And then money. Where's the funds? If you wanted to make a donation, how would somebody do that? How do they reach out?
They can reach out to either one of us, and they can do that by email or by phone call.
I'm challenging all of you because we are all so fortunately blessed in all of our own ways to start 2019, reach out, whether it's through volunteering or sending a monetary donation this way, because it helps those that need your help. So let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's start 2019 strong, and let's help the Foundation for Cohesive Communities. I urge you to do it. So thank you so much, both of you, for having me out here today and just sharing a little piece of your hearts and your experience with me and with everyone who's watching. I really appreciate it. And until next week, I hope that you and your family have a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a very blessed New Year. We'll see you next year.